Ovation.
I found this script called Rush Hour, which had nothing to do with a black guy and a Chinese guy. And I hired this guy. I read a spec script called Providence by this guy, Jeff Nathanson, and he rewrote it. And I flew to South Africa for 1 day to convince Jackie Chan to be in the movie. And Jackie came to LA, agreed to do it, came to LA, sat with Chris Tucker, and we had a meeting, and Chris Tucker was talking. And said, you know, man, I'm a big fan, I love you, you know. Jackie Chan started talking.
Kamu tahu Mbak Bret that boy?
At the end of the meeting, Chris Tucker goes, I like him, but he don't speak a word of English, does he? And Jackie Chan said, I like Chris Tucker, but I didn't understand what he's saying. And from that moment on, I knew it was gonna be a brilliant combination. These guys had this love for each other and this affection, but literally did not understand one word. And we use that in the movie. Whenever Jackie would speak and Chris couldn't understand, he goes, you don't speak English, do you? And we use that, you know. Do you understand the words that are coming? All that stuff came from reality.
Are you okay? Oh man, Lee, get him!
And I got a call from Stacy Snyder, the chairman of Universal, and she said, I'm gonna send you, it was like 8 at night, she goes, I'm gonna send you a script, you have to read it tonight, and give me an answer at 7 in the morning. I'm like, wow, okay. She goes, because it's the hottest script in town. Every major director wants this. And, you know, okay, I'm not gonna tell you anything more. Just read it and call me in the morning. So I get it and I see Ted Talley. I'm like, oh my God, Ted Talley wrote the Silence of the Lambs and won the Academy Award for Silence of the Lambs. I'm like, wow, what is this? So I realized it says Hannibal Lecter. I'm like, oh my God, this is the prequel Red Dragon, which was the best book of the series. I'm like, at first I was like, well, am I the go-to guy on sequels? Am I the, you know, what? And I'm thinking, why is she saying this to me? I don't do scary movies. I don't know anything about it. I mean, I had no interest in doing a horror film or a movie that, you know, but it wasn't. It was really more of a psychological thriller. And it was such an incredible script. And once I started reading, I'm like, wow. But I realized at the end of the day why she wanted me to do it is because there's a tremendous amount of heart in the story, and it's a relationship between Ray Fiennes' character, who is the Red Dragon, and Emily Watson's character, who's Reba, who was a blind woman. It's that simple love story between these two characters, which I think the head of the studio thought that I can handle. I called her up, I said, I'm definitely interested, and so she said, well, now you have to go meet Dino De Laurentiis. I'm like, oh my God, Dino De Laurentiis, he's a legend. He's done like 600 movies. The guy's in his 80s, you know, he did Fellini movies, and he lives right down the street, so I drove up there, and I walk in, he's, you know, looks like a dictator, you know, these long eyebrows with this Italian, you know, suit, and he was like, who are you? I go, I'm Bret Ratner. Who am I? I'm like, yes, I know, but why do Universal want you so bad? Why do they love you? I go, I don't know, I'm talented, what do you mean? He goes, and I sat down with him and I told him kind of my vision right there for what I thought the movie should be. And Dino says, okay, we hire you, but you convinced Tony Hopkins to do the movie. I'm like, I convinced Tony Hopkins to do the movie? I thought he was doing this movie. No, you go to New York tomorrow, you convince him. I'm like, holy shit. So I convinced him, and every actor I went for, I was told, you're never gonna get this actor. Philip Seymour Hoffman, he said, he'll never do this. He wanted to play the part of the Red Dragon. Ray Fiennes, Emily Watson, Edward Norton, Harvey Keitel, every actor, like, oh, he's not gonna do this is a sequel. But the material, I knew when you have great material, you know, actors respond to great material.
That's better, right there.
My vision for the movie, the tone of the film, and what I was trying to accomplish, allowed me to get the best actors in the world for it. I'm an actor snob, and when I have a great piece of material, I really go after the best actors, and that's how I was able to do it.